Today we are diving into the absolutely epic story of Portugal. I mean, think about it. This is a small nation, kind of tucked away on the edge of a continent that somehow manages to build a massive global empire. But it's not just a story of glory. It's also about a huge fall, centuries of disaster, and then this incredible reinvention into the modern European country we know today. It's a real roller coaster of history, full of unbelievable highs and just crushing lows.
So that really brings us to the big question, right? How on earth did this small kingdom, basically a sliver of land on Europe's edge, become the world's first global empire? How did they pull that off? And maybe even more interesting, what happened to it all? Where did that power, that wealth just disappear to? We're going to get into all of it.
All right, so before we can even talk about the empire, we've got to go back to the beginning. We need to understand the nation itself. You see, Portugal didn't just pop up out of nowhere. No, it was literally forged in the fires of constant conflict, a real product of this long, messy history of different peoples and conquests, right there on the Iberian fringe.
And when I say a messy history, I mean it. Just look at the layers we're dealing with here. First, you've got the Romans, right? They set up the province of Lusitania. Then Rome falls, and in come the Germanic tribes, the Suebi, the Visigoths. After that, a huge change in 711. The Umayyad Caliphate invades, and for centuries this area is part of the Islamic world, known as Al-Andalus. But all the while, the Christian kingdoms in the north are pushing back. That's the famous Reconquista. And this all leads to that key moment in 1139, when a guy named Afonso Henriques says, "That's it, I'm the first king of Portugal." By 1249, they've conquered the Algarve in the south, and boom, Portugal's borders are pretty much what they are today. Okay, so with the homeland finally secured, Portugal does something that changes the world. They stop looking inward and turn their attention to the one place nobody really knew anything about, the massive, terrifying Atlantic Ocean. And let me tell you, that decision is what catapults this small kingdom onto the world stage. This is the start of the Age of Discovery. This is the birth of the first global empire.
Now, you might think the guy behind all this was some legendary sea captain, but you'd be wrong. The real architect of this whole new era was a prince, Henry the Navigator. And the fascinating thing is, he never actually went on these voyages himself. He was the mastermind, the royal patron. He's the one who funded the expeditions, created a center for navigation, and just kept pushing his captains to go further and further down the African coast, into places no European had ever seen before.